So does everyone want to say if they recommend the book? You want to go around? Mary, do you want to go first? Because you're in my number one spot in my.
Okay. Right at the top there.
Yeah.
I like what she's saying. I think that I didn't find the book super interesting. I think that I would find Karma Brown, if I met her, super interesting. I feel like her and I have read a lot of the same things. So the stuff that she was telling me, a lot of it I already knew and had like read the sources that she was referring to. So in that way, I was like, okay, yeah, I get it. And I agree with like her approach too. I think it's a good idea. I wasn't super excited while reading the book, I think, because I felt like I kind of didn't need it. I guess that was it. So would I recommend it? I think it depends on who it is. I think for somebody like Kim was saying, somebody who's always saying, I don't have time, I want to do this, and I just don't have time. I think it's really good. So I think it's a book that I would recommend to somebody if they're in need of it.
Kim, you want to go next?
Sure.
I think we know.
This book I would recommend in general. Like, I agree with Mare, and I hear what Mare's saying, because if she's read all those sources, she's like, I don't need someone to tell me all the things I already learned for myself back to me. But for me, who has not, I knew some of that stuff, but I haven't been so knowledgeable on this topic in this way that I felt like it was redundant. For me, I was scared because I knew it was going to be asking me to do something. I was like, I don't want to read this book. I think it's going to tell me to get up early. And right away,
it did.
She knew on a level that she doesn't just blatantly call out, but she knew on a level that that's how I think a lot of readers might be feeling when they read that book. Cause she was like end of first chapter or something, like, now set your alarm clock for 5. And I was like, fuck, I knew it. And then you like turn the page or next sentence, she's like, just kidding. And I'm like, oh, and like the book progressed in that way where she was always like, I'm not forcing you to do anything. Have this information. And if you can find it valuable and fit it into your life in a way that works for you, then you're welcome. You know what I mean? So for that reason, I really liked it. I really appreciated her sense of humor. And in spite of myself, I'm actually going to get a lot out of this book, a book that I didn't think I wanted to read, a book I didn't think that I was going to like. I actually do really like it. And I am going to take from it what I need or think will be working for me. And I'm the better for it. So thank you, Lindsay fan. I guess that's what we're calling you now. Because that's what everyone calls you today. So, okay, Lindsay fan, thank you for the recommendation.
Who wants to go next? Schweitz or Lindsay not fan? Okay.
Schweitz is fine. Surprisingly, I loved this book. I thought it was great. That's just totally, if I'm going to read something like this, that kind of journalism basis where there's facts and she has a sense of humor and it doesn't feel like it's forcing anything on me. Yeah, I thought it was great and interesting. And I think there's a ton of stuff in there that anyone, even someone like me who is never going to get up at 5 a.m, can take and learn and be reinforced about sleep and about about focusing on certain things, about accomplishing tasks and how to finish those tasks, there's just a ton. So I just really enjoyed reading it. So for me, yes, totally recommend. Thumb up.
Let's go next. Kara?
I would absolutely recommend if you are looking around for a book on how to manage your time, how to include more productivity or better performance in your day. Of all the books in the self-help industry on this topic, I would recommend this one. As much as it wasn't, I never found myself longing to read the book or being like, oh my God, I can't wait to sneak away and find a few minutes to read the book. It just wasn't that for me, but that doesn't mean that it was poorly done. So yeah, I would say her personality and sense of humor mixed with her resources and facts. It was beautifully done. It is the kindest approach to yourself on this topic that I have read yet. So I would recommend it to others.
Great. Leah?
Yeah, I would recommend it, much like Mare's answer. I would recommend it to certain friends who have trouble launching their passion projects. For me, no, I think I was doing it better before, and the changes I tried to make made me unhappy. I was happier before I tried to change my schedule. I think I was trying to make changes where I didn't need changes. So for me, the book wasn't bad. It just wasn't
For you.
useful. But I would recommend it for people who need to figure out their time.
Yeah, so that's
I
how I
am
feel.
4% fixed.
That's how I feel too. I kind of feel like in the same boat
Yeah,
as
but they wasn't
Meredith
bad.
and Leah. I don't really think I needed the book. So unlike any other book in Book Interrupted, because I was not reading, I normally read a few chapters every night before I go to bed. I wasn't. So I had to like cram this book, which is not my style at all. I hate that, reading a book under pressure. But this book is super easy to read. Like I would recommend this to anybody that's having time management, because like Lindsay said, it had so much research, had so much information. Also, like Kim said, she constantly was like, sleeping in. Fine, I do it too. Not a big deal. It doesn't mean you're a failure and you have to quit. And you can do 10 minutes. And you could, like, she gave a lots of reasons. She took all the excuses out of someone who's having a hard time figuring out how to do something that they love in their current schedule. Like, she took all the excuses out of it. And the whole time she's like, I get up at 5, but that might not work for you. Just find 4% at some point, work towards doing something that makes you happy so that your day isn't just about Groundhog Day every day. You're not waking up being like, oh, here we go again. Like, so I like the book and I like her. So I think so too. Like, I think if I met her, I'd be like, I really enjoyed you and you're funny and your book probably is going to help a lot of people, but I don't think I really needed it. I'm not going to get up at 5 either, because that's way too early, because it's dark for me. I hate that. But I get up at 6. So right now I get up at 6:30. So maybe I have a passion project. I'll get up at maybe 6 or maybe a quarter to 6 to do it. But I'm still gonna, that's what I usually do. I get up early to do these kind of things. So I would recommend the book. I have people in my life that I think would really benefit from this book, especially the part that implies that it's too late for them to do something they enjoy, because they're, like, it's too late for me. Like how that guy became a doctor at 50 or whatever. It's too late for me to do the thing I've always wanted to do. So I like that part too. So I think this is a really good book for any of the people being like, oh, I wasted my life in things I didn't like. And you're like, well, you're not dead, so you could try some stuff.
Are you thinking of anybody in particular?
Maybe someone I've been spending a lot of time with.
Because I
weird
just need
Who's
to jump
got all
in.
the-
Someone's got
There's
a problem. I can't
Someone's got
even
a noise problem.
Yeah. Like
There's
the
a major
whole entire
audio
time.
thing.
Like as if someone's rubbing their microphone with a piece of paper, and I'm
then I
dying.
started laughing because I'm like, Kim.
I was like, I might have to take my earphones out. I can't even.
I was
Like,
wondering what was going on with Kim.
Like, I don't know.
I can't hear anything.
Not
so-
anymore.
Mute.
I think it was you, Sarah.
It might
I
have
think
been
while
you.
you were talking and you were moving,
because I was
like,
holding my book.
I don't know.
Go like this. No, it was, now move your book around.
It's gone.
I don't know.
It's
It's
happening the whole
gone.
time, and I was gonna vomit. I couldn't.
Is
I
it?
was like trying so bad, and
you
I could
hear
see
any-
Kara laughing. Only that's what made me feel better. I was like, somebody sees me. Somebody
I heard you
sees
like
me.
this, and I was like,
You were like, I was like, what's going
I don't
on?
know.
She's got
I'll
lights.
find
maybe.
out.
It was-
It came back.
Oh,
There,
it
it's right
is.
there.
Oh,
Might be
hold on.
Sarah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Headphones.
not happening now. But
But-
when you did do that, it happened.
When you were,
Oh,
Move-
so it was me.
Yeah,
I'll
it
have
is
to
you.
re-record. So should I re-record?
Be very still.
It just it's okay
it was
because
nice and
she
animated.
did some
but
moving and didn't. It was good too. Like I
I didn't notice it on my screen. I didn't hear it at all.
I
so
heard
you might
it.
be
I didn't
fine.
notice it.
I
I
heard
heard
it
it.
too.
Book interrupted.
Have another interruption here, folks. Check this out. I'd been thinking about getting a bullet journal for a while, but instead went with this beauty right here. The High Performance Planner. What? Thank you, Brendan Bouchard. What's this? Goals? What? Life vision? Primary aspirations? Look at all this fresh, clean, beautiful pages, just waiting for me to get my shit together, folks. It's all gonna happen. It is. This is just a brilliant planner. And I'm so excited to get started using it. Although part of me is apprehensive because I don't want to destroy its beautifulness. I think I might go with pencil instead of pen. We will see.
Book interrupted.
Fan Lindsay.
Why don't we let
for
Fan Lindsay have
closing
the?
remarks.
Can we let Fan Lindsay have the last
last
words?
laugh.
Or yeah,
No pressure.
Yeah, right.
all the
Just want a
pressure. What are you
recording of
talking
you
about?
laughing, by the way.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, obviously I would recommend the book. I mean, Kim and I were talking about different life things going on when I was suggesting it to her as a read, or that how great of a book it was for me and what I was getting out of it. I feel too like she writes in a very forgiving way, like everybody sort of commented on as well. Like she makes it real for what you have going on, and she doesn't force her way on anybody else. And as far as a self-help book, that's what I'm looking for. I don't want somebody necessarily to tell me what's working for them, because that just makes me feel defensive or feel like, well, whatever you're doing is working for you. That's great. You figured it out, but I haven't. So help me. Like, don't tell me what you do. Just help me. So I think that that was a really refreshing read. I did find it, like Mare was talking about, like I found it kind of redundant partway through. Like I know that I need sleep, but I know the benefits of it. I don't need to be sort of reminded every single chapter that that is important. But it's still hard to put into practice sometimes. And so I kind of felt like, okay, I get it. Like, yes, I need sleep. Yes, I get it. Okay, I still get it. I got it. So in that way, I found it, I was just kind of waiting for the next thing to come to inspire me. But I found it really full too. Like it does talk about your focused four and how to value the things that you want to value in your life. And so there's a lot of meat in it, I found, even regardless of the sleep stuff being redundant. And so in that way, I would, yeah, recommend it to anybody, because I feel like all of us got something out of it, whether it was Leah who figured out that it's not for her, or whether it was somebody else getting something out of it. So I think that a lot of these books, somebody's going to get something out of it.
Well, thank you so much, Lindsay, for coming on and being part of this. I know it was, you weren't sure at first, so we're really glad that you came on. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you, and hopefully at some point we get to meet you in person.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for
That'd
having
be
me on it. It's
awesome.
been a pleasure, and you guys are awesome people and so welcoming. So you've made it fun.
Oh, good. I'm glad you had fun. Yeah, I'm glad I'm
Thank
glad for the
you.
book. Yeah, it was great.
Thanks.
Okay, so
Thank
I guess that
you.
is everyone.
If you've enjoyed these video highlights, listen to the full episode on our YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts. Remember to like and subscribe and ring that bell to be notified when new episodes are published. Find out more by going to www.bookinterrupted.com. On Book Interrupted. Never forget, every child matters.